I guess the boundaries first. So Ukraine is roughly the size of Texas, and so when I went there, the Kiev mission was, the country was split in half, and I had the western side. Now my mission was split in two again, so there's the Lviv mission. But for while I was there, it was roughly half the size of Texas, and it was the western side of it. And I'm pretty sure within a month or two, maybe, of the collapse of the Soviet Union, I think church leaders went to Ukraine and blessed the land for missionary work. And there's currently there's one stake, when I was there, one stake in Kiev, and there are districts and branches scattered throughout Ukraine. And I think there are, at the time I was there, 11,000 members in Ukraine out of 50 million people, the total population. So, and I think we're one of the fastest growing churches there. And the predominant religion is Orthodox, is the Russian and Ukrainian Orthodox churches. And everyone, their grandma went there, their grandpa went there, and so they have this strong tie to that church, because when we would ask younger people who really necessarily didn't go to church, we would say, are you kind of a religious person? And it felt like, to me, 9 times out of 10, they would always say, well, my grandma went to the Orthodox church, so I guess that makes me Orthodox. And there is also, Catholics, Greek Catholics as well in some places. It was really interesting to see that. And there's also a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I don't know about other countries, but it seemed that the Jehovah's Witnesses also wore white shirts with ties. They looked just like us, and they would always carry these little bags, and everyone mistook us for Jehovah's Witnesses. And so we were kind of butting heads with them a little bit, just because apparently the Ukrainians had a negative attitude towards Jehovah's Witnesses, and so they would show a negative attitude towards us because they mistook us for them. But other than that, yeah, definitely the Orthodox Church is the predominant church there. I served in 4 cities in my mission, each about 6 months increments, counting the MTC. I served in Kiev and I served in Odessa. Those are one of the 2 biggest cities out of Ukraine. And then the other 2 cities I served in were smaller capitals of the counties, like the official city of the county. There is actually a really cool story about the history of the church there. I remember I was in one of the smaller areas. We were talking with the branch president one Sunday, and he said that he went to a meeting of leaders and just of church members, that it was either the former mission president was there or a general authority was there, and the topic of the 10 tribes of Israel, and they would say one by one each tribe, and slowly every tribe was represented in that building. In that room. And it was really interesting to see, like, the leader would point out, because there were missionaries in that room at the time. He said, see, this is why we're here, is to bring back Israel together and to unify it. And so that seemed really interesting, because here you'd see everyone is from 1 or 2 tribes, and it's the norm. But there, everyone was represented all the tribes of Israel. And so it was really interesting to see how in that part of the world that there's just people that come from different walks of life, and how we are in the hands of the Lord, hastening the work. And it was really interesting. Hearing that story was really cool. Like, wow, I really am making a difference. I'm helping people come back to Heavenly Father and understand that there is more to this life than just living and having a job and just like enjoying life through the fullest, like through entertainment, worldly things.